Good morning, everybody. It's March the 21st. So yes, it is. It's March the 21st. Monday, March the 21st, and yeah, just staying accountable in real estate. My new career here. So I'm just thank you for helping me stay accountable because I know I need to make one of these every day, which means I have to do something every day. So this day has been quite interesting. I mean, nothing's really happened yet. It's the morning. As you can see, I haven't shaved yet. I have had breakfast. I have my prayers, my meditations, and my reading, and I've listened to a couple of things to do with real estate to help me and learned a couple of things this morning. So some interesting things. Completely new, simple uh, inexpensive. But big thing is, I'm waiting for the paperwork to come for my wholesale. I mean my short sale. For the short sale, just send a message to see when that's coming through, so I can get my seller to sign. I can sign. We can all sign and know that's on the way. Um, so we're waiting on that. Um, I meet with my mentor today. Every Monday at 3:30, we meet on the phone and we talk about what's happened, where we're going, what's going next, and and I've noticed as I'm driving around, there's a lot. I've seen more houses coming up in neighborhoods, and I need to get out there and drive around because something I just heard today is, all of us who are in this business, who are the majority of people are wholesale, and that's the fastest way to get a dollar. So I'm looking for these wholesale deals, but I don't necessarily want to wholesale them all. I need a couple more of those just to solidify my finances. But where I'm going is, if in the process of asking the seller, would you like to sell this house for cash? The next question is, do you want to sell this for cash or do you want an income? Because if they want an income, that works better for me because I can actually buy the house, owner financing. They get a monthly income for however long they give me, whether it's 5 years or 25 years, and I lease option the house to somebody who's going to fix it up, renovate it, live in it. And then when they get their finances straight, whether it's their credit, it's interesting is 70% of the people who can buy a house cannot get a bank loan, so they're out of the market. And that's why I'm positioning myself to position myself. So to give you a little more ideas on this, this is where what you call subject twos or wraps come in. And I'm avoiding subject to because subject to is really buying the house without changing the financing. So whatever their mortgage is, the mortgage stays in their name. So the deed would come to me, the mortgage stays in their name. However, if it's just a subject to, there's no other safety nets for them. For example, if they have a VA loan and they sell it subject to, they can't get another VA loan. Okay, but with a wrap, where we literally wrap a new mortgage around their old mortgage, and it's still basically the same. The mortgage stays in their name, but with a wrap, basically it tells the banks, okay, he sold the house. Yes, somebody else is paying off that mortgage, but we can give them a new mortgage. So that's really safe. And it's in the state of Washington, it's a little easier to foreclose that way. If something happens and they can come and foreclose, it's easier to get the property. And if something happens, I'm not going to fight it. If I screwed up, I'm not going to fight it. My goal is not to screw up. Okay, but it gives them additional protection. So this is where I'm going. And with the way the market's going, with so many people getting underwater because of COVID, because of those not having to pay, and a lot of them not paying, a lot of these are going to start coming up, and there's not going to be any margin for profit for anybody doing the typical type of real estate deal. They're not going to have enough money to be able to get a realtor involved. There's not enough margin between what they owe and what the house can sell for to pay the realtor fees and all the other fees. So you bring a guy like me in where, one, I don't need commission. I do need something, And even if there's nothing, we have various ways of doing that where I can actually option the house, which gives me um, legal, I have a legal interest in the property, and I can turn around and sell my option to somebody else. And that's where I'd collect an assignment fee, and then they can, I'd set it up exactly the way I would if I were going to stay in it. But now, if they buy it for enough over, even if I just get enough from them to cover my closing costs and $200 or $300 a month above the payment, I stay in the deal. because the idea is, if you ever listen to Bob Proctor, any of it, not just on The Secret, but on his own broadcast, one of the things he talks about is multiple streams of income. That's the stream of income. They don't have to be big. They don't have to be big. You get 100 deals at $300 a month. That's 30 grand a month. None of them are deals. And the cool part about that is, 10 of them fall away. It doesn't really hurt you financially. But you have one deal at $30,000 a month. It goes away. You're broke. You know what I'm saying? So a bunch of smaller deals, a lot of small, and some of them will be $800-900 a month. But you get $200-400 a month on the deal, and you come out of closing with none of your money in the deal, and you actually walk away with even if it's just a couple $1,000s, but you've created a residual income. If you did 10 houses a year, that doesn't sound like much, but think about this: you did 10 houses a year, and you just walked away with $5,000. That's $50,000. Not a lot of money, but at the end of the year, you have $3,000 a month coming in. You wake up January 1st, you got $36,000 already made for the next year. You do another $5,000 a month, which is $60,000. You made $96,000, and put another $36,000 in. The following year, you now have $72,000 already earned for the year. See what I'm saying? The 30 you already have. That's not big. That's something one person can do. It's incremental. It's simple, and we can get things done that way. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to go. Then again, every now and again, you're going to get a big one. But in my current market, I suspect it'll be bigger, because I'm working the whole state of Washington. Right now, I'm focusing on Spokane. But as soon as that next check cashes, I'm going to be focusing on Seattle, because even though it's the same types of properties, they cost a lot more. In Seattle, the average house in the Seattle market, we're looking at entry house. The average entry house is about $500,000. Here it's about $300,000. Okay, that's the difference. You wallow in more money, more sticks to you. The same deals, but there's a lot more of them over there. I've got a list of over 100,000 code enforcement violations, of which I'm probably only going to be able to go after about 2,000 of them, because the 2,000 is actually the last year, 2021, and I just need to skip trace those, which is basically getting the phone numbers and writing them, and then I'll start spending 3 days a week in Seattle. And when I'm doing that, I'll actually have access to the other deals, not just code enforcement. Code enforcement leads me to a lot of the wholesaling, which I'd find a house that's in bad condition that somebody else will pay me for the contract to fix up the house and resell it. And how I'm looking at this is, if all I need to do is put 10 or 15,000 into the house to make it livable, I'd rather sell it directly to the end consumer for a lot less, and they can put their resources into fixing it up while they lease it from me until they get their credit, all that put together down the road, where when they can qualify for a bank loan, now they can get a bank loan and cash me out. In the meantime, the person I bought the house from has a monthly income. I have a monthly income. This person's getting it for a lot less. They have friends, resources, they put it together, and then they're the ones making the profit for their family, not just for some big corporation. So, and no, I'm not Robin Hood. We're not even going there. I'm not Robin Hood. But it's kind of the idea. So many things are so big, the corporations are kind of taking over. I want to fight for the little guy, because I remember where I come from, and to make it simpler for people to be able to buy a house who the banks are not going to touch today, but later they can, and they get their house fixed up properly. They'll actually have enough equity that when they get the bank financing, they don't have to come out of pocket. As a matter of fact, they could probably pull most of the money back out of it and be able to and be fine. So anyway, thanks for keeping me accountable. Love y'all, and we'll talk tomorrow. Bye.